WWE Undisputed Championship match. John Cena against Cody Rhodes for the championship. And I might be on a planet all by myself, but based on the promos, based on the character change, when that motherfucker's music, actually before the music hitting, before the entrance, that package, when they played the package leading up to the match, I looked at that package, and the packages usually hype me up. Oh, baby. Here's the story. Here we go. When I saw that package, I went, that has to be one of the worst championship packages I've ever seen at a WrestleMania in my life. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. They didn't do anything. There was a lot of talking, a lot of back and forth, a couple of inside shots, a couple of burns, nothing really serious. And then the package ended. And I went, okay, nothing happened. Then John Cena's music hit. And did you see that entrance? No color. No filler, no life, no energy, black on white. It's like one of those old movie things where it's a bag of chips where it's just a white bag and it says in black plain lettering, chips. That's it. It's just, there's no flavor to this. It's ramen noodle with no season pack in it. It's just straight water and substance and fuel. No flavor, no calories, no carbs. It's just gruel in a bowl. There's nothing there. Comes out in the all black. It's just
grain wheat.
It's grain wheat. That's it. There's nothing there. It's space food. It's just enough to keep you alive. There's nothing there. He has, and this is where, and we're not gonna go move for move with the match, but the overall gist of John Cena's new transformation is the ideology that he wants to ruin this for people. He wants to ruin wrestling. You took the passion away from him, so now he's going to take what you like away from you. No frills, no energy, none of that stuff. All the stuff that I used to do to get you juiced up, it's all gone. And to take it a step further, I'm going to beat Cody Rhodes. I'm going to take the championship, and I'm going to go home with it. This belt now belongs to me. You can get a new belt, start a new legacy, but this legacy ends with me. It's my belt. Nada boo-boo. There's nothing you can do about it. And he has metamorphosized into this wet blanket, just some basic non-salted crackers. It's just that's it. Just whatever you need to do to keep your body organs functioning, whatever the case. And then I was overcome with a great deal of confusion, baffled even. And I was having a beer. It's the main event. You have beers.
Yeah.
And out of fucking nowhere, I'm watching John Cena come out. It's like we just said, wet blanket, nothing's happening. And then out of the fucking blue, for zero reason, really, I don't know why or what's happening, a couple of dudes on motorbikes just start zipping by and going off ramps and doing. They're not even doing flips. They're just. It was almost like they were testing the ramp. It was just woo, woo. Like they're not even like doing. Like I used to go to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, and they used to put the little motorcycle bikes inside that big metal ball, and they'd go in like a circle, and then they put another guy on a bike, and he'd go in a fucking circle, and they were doing circles without hitting each other. That's some pretty impressive shit. These motherfuckers looked like they were just testing the brakes. Like it looked like rehearsal. And we'll do the real one later, but now it's later, and they're still doing the rehearsal bullshit. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't do anything. And then Cody's fucking Titantron showed up, and it was like this weird song was playing. He showed up, and he's got that stupid tattoo mask on again. And I'm taking a sip, and so far I'm thinking, what the fuck is happening? But then, almost like a human form of eraser, everything that I just saw, I forgave. Immediately. Ding! Just like that. Because his fucking mask did the fucking Iron Man open, and my dick got stiff. I got hard as fuck. I was like,
It's so funny you say that. It's verbatim, like all that stuff. Literally everything you said in real time. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what is this? What are those blanks? Like, that's fucking stupid. What is going on here? Then hit the music, it comes out, and I literally in real time, he walks up and I go, you know what? I'm about sick and tired of this stupid fucking hell. Oh my god. That was fucking awesome, dude. It happened literally just like that. As I was saying it, the helmet came up, and I'm like, okay.
We had the same reaction. My wife was like, again with the fucking helmet. And because he did it at SummerSlam, he did it at WrestleMania. He was like, again with the fucking helmet. And then clink, and we went, awesome.
Such a bad helmet. So big and bulky and fucking weird. And I'm like, dude, this is so sad. Is the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen.
The greatest thing. This is so awesome. And yeah, no, the helmet was
well played. Fuck you.
Yeah,
well played.
Yeah, yeah. I don't need to see it anymore. But that was dope. That was dope. That was hot. That was fire.
That was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. And then we get into the match itself. Again, no frills. It's wrestling. We're having a wrestling match. It divulges into a finishing move competition. Right? We've got like 11 AAs, a couple of crossroads. We're trying things off the top rope. You know, we'll have our cake and eat it too. And things get weird. And before I get into the final part of this match, I have to say something. Because this was part of a lot of the criticism. And the video you sent me with Ariel Helwani actually brought this up too. And sometimes I have to remember that the fandom of wrestling sometimes has a way of getting into its own way, and sometimes their level of expectation can be clouded by very certain realities. So at the end of last year's WrestleMania, a full year ago, there was a lot of talk that while Cody is the champion, at least now we have a reason to do Rock Roman, because the tag match ended very cleanly, but at the same time, Roman lost the title. That goes against everything The Rock stands for. We don't lose matches like that. We don't damage the bloodline. There was something built in there. And then the night after WrestleMania, when Solo became de facto leader of the bloodline in Roman's absence, there's something there, right? Roman in the original bloodline, Rock could come in and probably do something with the younger guy. There's opportunities to do certain things. But Rock left WrestleMania and did a bunch of his own shit, whatever it was he was doing. We get to, I want to say, No Mercy, I think it was, that random-ass appearance he made later on in the year. Mm-hmm. He comes back for a short little while, and it's all over the websites. It's all over the internet. It's all everywhere. The Rock is calling an audible because he can't perform at WrestleMania. So he planted the seed with Cody Rhodes. But this is not the last time you and I will be having this conversation. I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for that, for the championship. There were seeds that were dropped as far as him being a heel in the whole shebang. But he comes back, and he's shaking hands with everybody, and he's good friends with everybody. And here, drink some Terramana with us, have some tequila and the whole shebang. Which, by the way, I've yet to have Terramana, and I'm not in a rush, but it looks amazing because everyone who has it gets fucked up because they get on camera. I've never seen The Rock perform drunk until NXT, and that was a beautiful sight. We need more of that from The Rock. But we were canceling this storyline, and the reason we were canceling this storyline is because he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania. It was under the understanding of a lot of wrestling aficionados, insiders, fans, whatever the case may be, people who live in the bubble. It was pretty well understood that The Rock wasn't going to be at WrestleMania, which is what made the Elimination Chamber so ultra stupid. Because it set it up like he was. when we've been hearing for forever
Yeah.
that he's not gonna. So what happens is that unless you follow this, then you didn't know that he wasn't going to be there. If you are a casual, if let's say worst case scenario, you don't really watch wrestling like that, but you'll catch WrestleMania. When you watch the package, when you watch the build toward this Cody Rhodes John Cena story, The Rock's in there with Travis Scott, and so you kind of get hyped because you're like, oh, I guess Rock's going to be a part of this. There were a lot of people that thought The Rock was going to be there this weekend. It was going to be on that show. And were legitimately upset and frustrated when he wasn't. But that's unfair to... I think the people who are casuals in this one occasion, I really do think they got jerked around. Because it's in all the promotional material, it's built up like he's going to be a part of this.
You're saying it's kind of not their fault feeling that way.
Yeah, so for the people out there who are upset that he didn't show up, I kind of understand your frustration because they promoted it like he was going to be there when we all knew a while ago, probably toward the end of the summer, that he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania. But so many people thought that he was, and I think it really tuned them out of this match because now we get to that final spot. John does a super AA. He's coming off the top rope. Cody kicks out. Here comes Travis Scott music. And here comes Travis Scott. This is the part where people thought, okay, here comes The Rock, because that's how that entrance has gone before. They play the song, Travis Scott comes out, he looks at the crowd, he stands there, hogging the camera, then the lights dim, if you smell. That didn't happen this time. It was literally just Travis Scott. The one guy nobody in this fucking scenario wants to fucking see. Not one fucking person gives a shit about Travis Scott. I got no problem with the man or his music. I wouldn't know nothing about it. I don't dabble in that. But this it hurt more than it helped. And it keeps hurting. And I don't know why they keep doing it. It hurt at the Chamber. It hurt on the Raw with Jey Uso. Travis Scott did a whole entrance with Jey Uso smoking a blunt on television. Everything he does hurts the fucking company, and they keep fucking doing this. I don't understand the connection. I doubt very seriously any of the Travis Scott fans who aren't already watching wrestling are going to start tuning in because Travis Scott's on the show. I don't believe it. So I don't know.
Sold on it?
I don't know how this helps, who this helps, who are you thinking that you're bringing in by doing this? I don't get it. But the match itself, very methodical, very bare bones, not a lot going on. They did have the crowd toward the end with the false finishes, but again, that had been ran into the ground at that point. Travis Scott comes out, and the one positive to Travis Scott coming out, and there's only one.
Travis cock.
Yeah, Travis's cock came out. The one positive, there was only one thing that people would have gone, okay, I'm glad it came out. And that's if Cody would have gotten his receipt on Travis Scott for the eardrum. People were like, okay, here it comes. And then I got hyped because they mentioned it on commentary. And they said, oh, yeah, Cody did an interview the other day. He said if he sees Travis Scott, he's going to get his receipt.
It's on site?
I said, yeah, that's how they were trying to sell it. So I said, oh, baby, he's coming out.
I mean, I think he did a little bit.
No, he didn't. He gave him a worked Cody Rhodes. He didn't fucking... I wanted him to go upside Travis's fucking head. Give him not punch. I'm not asking him to knock him out. But Travis smacked him, smack him back. That's all that I'm asking. Take a slap. He took a fucking crossroads. My son takes a crossroads. Get fucking slapped. You
I feel like he
slap
put
this,
a little stank on it, though. I felt like he put a little stank on that.
There's no stank. The crossroads is a completely protected move. He took a fucking front bump. That's bullshit. I wanted this motherfucker to go up. You got to go upside this motherfucker's head. That's not a receipt. That was a planned spot. That's not what a receipt is. That is not. Young people out there in the industry right now, if you hear the term receipt, don't think that's it. Because you're going to be.
Don't think that's coming.
Don't think that that's
going to be far worse.
Don't think that's an actual receipt. It's not. The receipt that's coming to you is going to be far worse than what that is. Because the receipt is either equal to or more than what you did. That's a receipt. You're either going to get equal because I respect you or more because fuck you. That's a fucking receipt.
Damn.
If you slap me in my
just made a mistake.
If you slap me in my ear and bust my eardrum, the receipt is I'm punching you in the fucking eye. That's the fucking receipt.
Wow.
But he did a work spot. It was a fucking crossroads. So even that, there was one thing on the table where we could have got, at least Travis Scott came out there so Cody can get his fucking comeuppance. That didn't even happen. He took a fucking front bump that he didn't even sell for long because as soon as the match was over, he was back in the ring no selling with John Cena. So it meant nothing. It wasn't a fucking receipt. But then
he's not a professional, dude. I don't know what you guys are expecting. I feel like
I don't expect him to be there because he's
like
not a professional.
I feel like Logan and Bad Bunny, and that shit made me mad, by the way, when he mentioned Travis Scott and Bad Bunny's name together.
Oof.
I actually got pissed off about that. But Triple H did in the post conference.
Yeah.
He made reference to Bad Bunny and like how he loves the business just like Bad Bunny. I'm like, dude, all right, stop it. Like, cut it out.
Enough.
Bad Bunny fucking killed it, dude. Still hands down one of my favorite entrances in Puerto Rico. That is the greatest fucking entrance I have ever seen in my life. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, dude, he's just I don't know, man. I don't get it. I honestly think
he loves the business. Cool. Then let him rap about it. I don't understand where we lost.
I honestly think, because that's how I saw it. When I saw The Rock come out that last time with Travis Scott there, that's when he popped his eardrum.
Yeah.
My brain went to, why is he here? What are we doing here? And then I'm like, okay, I think Travis Scott is only here to make it make sense when Travis Scott comes out in The Rock's place because The Rock can't make it. That's what my brain went to, and I
so then this went exactly the way you thought
about Travis Scott. Huh?
So then this happened exactly the way you thought.
Yeah, no, I knew Travis Scott was going to come out. I knew he was going to do something weird, and it was just going to be what it was. Like, even at the end when Cena was raising his hand in the air and Travis Scott was standing there, Cena was like, put your belt in the air. Like, he had to tell him to raise his other arm. It's just fucking weird. I don't understand why they're doing it, but whatever.
So this is being regarded as one of the worst WrestleMania events, one of the worst WrestleMania main events in a very long time, which sucks because last year's match is widely regarded as one of the best ever. So that's a hard fall.
Fuck with what it's regarded. What do you think? Because let me ask you a question. Did you think Cena wrestled any different in this match?
Yes.
Did you? Okay, hold on. My next follow-up question is, do you think he wrestled his ass off? And if he did, or even more than he normally did, do you think it was intentional?
I think he didn't wrestle the way that he would normally wrestle, and yes, it was intentional. Because we just...
In what way? You phrased that weird.
Okay.
Like, did he wrestle well?
Yes.
Or...
No. Here's what I mean by that, right? Part of what made... Because if you just judge John solely on physical ability to wrestle, can he do the moves? Side headlock.
He can go.
Side headlock, takeover, yes, he can. What made John special isn't just what he did. It's how he did it. with the energy, with the intensity, that connection to the audience. When he'd bump a guy and then he'd stare at the crowd and throw the hand up for the fucking "you can't see me" or the shoulder tackle, and then look, every time he would connect to the audience, that's what he took away. See, I'm glad you brought this question up, because this is another thing that was fucking with me. People keep complaining about John Cena's heel turn because they're saying it doesn't make sense. There's not a lot of happening here. Right. There isn't. How long have people wanted him to turn heel? For forever. So what we're doing is we're running into a situation where we're like, turn heel, turn heel, turn heel, turn heel. Fine, I'll turn heel. And they go, oh, but not like that. Don't do it like that. I want you to be a bad guy, but be a bad guy that I like. No. He's doing everything he can to be the most boring, bland, do-nothing motherfucker on the planet. And everyone hates it. Nope. That's the fucking point. Because
I will make my last point, and I will say up until the very end, we'll watch this whole thing play out. I said it from day one. The way this should go is an all-out fuck you tour. No. Not only am I going as a heel, but you're gonna fucking hate my heel. Yeah. And it's not gonna be long, and I'm gonna leave you just edged, no nuts, and you're not going to be able to handle it, and it's going to annoy you, and you're going to be like, this destroys his legacy. And that's one of the big reasons why I want to show you that video, because I like the fact that they were saying, because I think that's what people really think. And they're like, oh, he's not a good heel, and he's guys, hey, I truly believe he's not being this is not a heel turn. You're looking at it in wrestling terms, which makes sense because we're watching wrestling. And I honestly believe that it's not that. It's just, this really feels like a fuck you guys. And whether it's a shoot or he's playing it that way, I think that's his mentality, and he's going to make you think he's building to something for a big bang at the end, and to make you go, oh, I knew it, when in actuality, he's just going to fucking walk away. And if he walks away, if Triple H, which I don't think this is going to happen, but if Triple H allows him to walk away with the belt and then just make people have like a tournament for it, I personally think that'd be the absolute coolest way to fucking retire. To actually be allowed to pull that off is fucking next level. And I will stand on the fact that I've been saying this from day one since the heel turn. This is him, Triple H. Let me just get my shit off and leave. I'm done with this company. I don't feel appreciated, not by you guys, by the fans. And I want to be able to have the opportunity to fucking show that. And I think he's doing it. And every time he does something new, everyone's like, oh, well, this is not like a good heel. I'm like, asshole. He's not. He's literally telling you, fuck you, to your face. Yeah. He's not playing a gimmick. He's actually saying... Yeah. Fuck you. And you still looking at it like wrestling, and he's literally like, no, my name is Jonathan Cena, and I'm trying to tell you, fuck you. And you're just like, oh, come on, man, you can't see me. Yeah.
Right, no, fuck you, I get it, but do this. No. No.
Do the thing.
Do the thing, yeah. I know you're saying fuck me. Yeah. No, I get it, but do the thing. No.
This is hands down some of the greatest Tina I've ever seen in my whole life. And this is fucking phenomenal, and I love it. I'm done.
And I'm trying to tell people, this is a heel. A heel is someone who does the things you don't like, and a person who refuses to do the things that you do like. This is his version of that. But traditionally speaking, that's always been a heel. My generation is an entire generation of individuals who grew up with cool heels. So that's what they're used to. The bad guy says bad guy things, but he says it kind of like in a funny way, so I can kind of get into it. That's not what John is doing. I'm going to, when I hit a guy with a move, he's going against training. Because as a wrestler, when you train to do moves, you do the moves, bam, and you make sure you make your eye contact, you interact with the audience, you make the people in the room feel like they're a part of the match. He's doing the complete opposite. He's not doing any of that. He's wrestling that match almost as if nobody's in the room. He's not looking at anybody. He's not talking to anybody. There's no shit talking. There's no rah-rah. There's no fire up. There's no spirit. There's no... Even when he's getting beat up, what he used to do is he used to get beat up and he'd fire up. Beat up, he'd fire up. And he'd go, come on, motherfucker, hit me. None of that. He falls down. Ooh, my back. And then he gets up. And he does whatever the fuck he's going to do. Look at his facial expressions when he hit the AA the first time. And he pinned Cody. And Cody kicks out, and he laughed. He didn't laugh because it was funny Cody kicked out. He laughed because he expected him to kick out. He laughed because, awesome, I'm glad you kicked out because now I get to do it again. Because you're not going to be, I'm going to keep doing this shit until I put you down. John's been there before. He's doing a bunch of shit that you just don't like. When everyone wanted him to turn heel, they expected heel music, heel gear. Okay, those are things you want, so then you don't get it. Remember the first promo he cut? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? You get nothing. And that's literally, like you just said, he's telling you to your fucking face, I'm not giving you anything. And then people are still right now going, okay, I know you said you weren't going to give me anything, but you're literally giving me nothing. So I don't, like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, they don't know. The wrestling fans' brains are fucking melting right now. They don't know how to deal with this. Oh, he's boring.
I don't blame them, though.
Okay. You don't blame them on not. No, I don't either. I don't either. Because this is not what they were trained to know.
Because honestly, what I'm seeing is what I want to happen, not what I think is going to happen. I think the payout is going to inevitably come. I just hope it doesn't.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing really about it, because there's so many people who are not used to this version, who are not used to the ideology that there is a person in the ring who legitimately does not give a fuck about you and what you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of that the customer is always right bullshit. No, fuck you. I'm going to give you what I'm going to give you, and you can decide to pay for it or not. I'm not. No, you don't run the show here. I run the show here. John said it on. You know what? Let's get to. I'm gonna get to this real quickly before we gotta go. The Monday Night Raw that followed opens with John, and he's got the title belt. And he
wants to get it done early. I want to get out of here.
Yeah,
early.
I want to be on the next flight out. So here we go. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. And they gave him. This is proof to what I just said about these people not understanding what John is doing. Their response to John's promo proved to me, without beyond the shadow of a doubt, what I've been saying about this entire process. Because of how they responded to John. When John came out with the belt, they cheered. They cheered him. And this is the part where heels today would hear the cheers and think in their head, I got to audible out of this. This is getting too big. They love it too much. I got to steer into that. John stayed the course. And he said, oh, because I walk out here with some shiny gold and you cheer me, all of a sudden all is forgiven? I'm supposed to just move on? And he's going back and forth, and he hits him with the line, every single one of you in here owes me an apology, and none of you have the guts to fucking do it. And he continues with his promo, and then there it is, the chant. The chant from the audience, we are sorry, we are sorry, and again, if a heel today would have bypassed the cheers like John did and got that line out and gotten that chant,
that would have turned him.
That would have turned him. That would have turned the guy and saying, now I'm going to steer into it. John still stayed the fucking course.
What do you do when a man is truly broken?
He's still... You know what this is? You know what the best analogy I can give for this? It's the guy who never appreciated his girl, always took her for granted. She did all these nice things. You just assumed that it would always be there. You'd flirt with other girls. She'd get mad. You calm her down. She'd take you back. You'd exchange a few DMs. You get caught. She gets mad. She takes you back. You just kept pushing and kept pushing. Finally, you slip in a big way. You cheat. Full-on cheat. She catches you. And you start with the slick talk. And you start with the end. But she's done now. It's over. Mm-hmm. And that feeling, that sense that comes over you when you put your game on it, it don't work. And you try to talk it out, and it don't work. And you beg, and it don't work. It's over. You're not listening to me. It's the audience is the abuse. Just like John's saying, the toxic relationship. They're the abusive boyfriend. They went after him like they normally would. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. That didn't work. Then they overcame their guilt from that and cheered him. Oh, well, he's champion. Okay, well, you know what? Respect, John. Respect. 17 world titles. And he's, no, I'm done. Then he said, okay, well, you know what? We're sorry, John. That's what you've been wanting, right? You want an apology? Okay, sincere apology. We apologize, John. We are sorry. No, I'm done. That's why these people are... People who say they're hating the heel turn, they don't understand it. Because they're not getting what they want from it. This is not the heel they wanted. So their brains are malfunctioning. They don't fucking know how to process this. It's a heel who genuinely does not care what you think about him. And he's doing everything to make sure that whatever he does you don't like. I made the complaint that the only reason this promo package and this whole build-up to Cody really felt down to me is because nothing happened. If anything, the only thing that physically happened was Cody dropped him twice. John never touched Cody until the match. So, more fuel to the fire. They wanted him to be the Doctor of Thugonomics again. Nope. Okay, well, he's going to be ultra aggressive now. Super Cena. He's going to bring the shove. Nope. Oh, but he's going to change his ring music, right? He's going to do Bad Man. He's going to do... Nope. Anytime you tell this man, if I were you, if you want John to do something, I'd keep it to yourself. Because as soon as you say it out loud, he's going to add that bitch to the list of shit he's not going to fucking do. He's got a list. He checks it twice and makes sure that whatever it is you want to see him do, he will never fucking do again. And the more you ask for it, the more he's going to remind you about the fact that you don't, what do I get? Nothing. You're not getting nothing. This is the gimmick. People keep saying, I don't get it. This doesn't make any sense. This is the gimmick. I'm explaining it to you right now. This is the gimmick. He's just doing the opposite of what you want. Period. That's the short version of it. It gets more complicated, but that's the basis of the gimmick. You took his passion from him. So, since you took what he loves, he's going to take from you what you love. This is very rudimentary storytelling. It's just very rarely executed like this.
I can give you all the